Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver and today we are playing Xelhua. Now before we get started, I just want to remind you, as I said yesterday, I'm doing a giveaway on Twitch in celebration of hitting affiliate so fast. I'm going to be giving away a 700 gem code on my Twitch. So yeah, the giveaway is going to run until this Friday at 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, there'll be more details at the end of the video. But yeah, let's get into this game. So yeah, we're playing Xelhua. We get an Egon spell early, so we're pretty happy about getting an extra character. We just wanna get to level 4 with as high a life total as possible. So we're just gonna put a Mim behind these two sure shots, and they're gonna be able to deal a lot of damage. We're even gonna get some pig gold here going into level 3, which is fantastic. So with this shop, I mean, Donkey obviously is the best thing to take if you just want to win a combat or two at the beginning of level 3, so we're going to take that. But we're also going to take this Princess P and we're going to shard it. We're going to get our quest trigger for Cinderella. Honestly, the creeper there is a pretty disappointing hit, but and yeah, getting our range attacked into immediately is also not exactly what we wanted there. So we're actually going to lose the next fight right after I said that we would win the next fight because of Donkey, but you know, that's just the way it goes. That's just RNG for you. So yeah, we can take a creeper pair here. I really don't like taking a creeper pair when we don't really have a way to play into creeper. But we're gonna take it because it is a pair, and we can also take a stag, which is gonna make us a little stronger as well. So I make a little mistake here. I should have played the 1/4 creeper here instead of the 5/2 Cindy. Or instead of the Cindy in front of the Mim. So a 4/4 is going to be better than a 5/2 like most of the time. But fortunately our ranged, or our stag gets the attack off, and then we get our ranged +3/+3 each, and we win the combat because of those. So we don't get punished for our mistake, and here we're going to party to finish the Cinderella quest. Now we could take Lock Chest, or we could take a Crown of Atlas. I mean, there's an argument for Needle Nose Daggers as well. It's great with the sure shots in the back. Lock Chest, we're going into 4, so we have to wait a little bit for a 3, but if it's a treasure map, it's great. But I'm gonna take this Crown of Atlas just because we have a buffed up Donkey in the shop, which is gonna give us a pair, as well as we wanna put a little bit of stats on this stag. Gets it out of fireball range, and also like it ups the percentage chance that it's going to survive an attack. So, and also there's certain builds we can go into with the Crown of Atlas, which is actually going to factor in later. So, all right, so we get a summon out of our Donkey. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop us from getting our attack with the stag. So we get a ranged attack off with the sure shot, and because we were able to get that stag attack off, the rangers are big enough to give us a draw in that fight. And yeah, here we're just looking for like supports and stuff. We can roll a little bit more aggressively because we're Xelhua. We don't necessarily have to settle, but also we should be able to just like basically just build a stronger board than our opponents at this point. Yeah, we're gonna take a buffed up Feasting Dragon, and also we've got this Falling Stars in the shop, and we have this creeper pair that we weren't huge fans of, but we did end up taking, so we're gonna make use of those. We're gonna get a couple attack onto our Feasting Dragon at the very least. They are gonna get a Golden Stag attack into their Court Wizard, but we get 2 Feasting Slays, so even though we lose that combat, we get some scaling out of it, so we're kind of happy about that. I mean, us playing 2 creepers is kind of asking for us to lose anyways, so I think combat went about as well as we could have asked for there. All right, now we're gonna triple our Donkey. And we don't have enough evil stuff to really play Sarcophagus, but I think Sarcophagus is the best treasure there, but we're going to take Fancy Pants. Because we can sell and then put some stats on the Sporco. and we can get out of the stag now. And I'm gonna lock for this other Medusa and the experience. Even after buying the Medusa and casting the experience, we're gonna be able to. We're probably gonna be able to buy a level 5 after both those things. So I'm pretty happy to lock there. I know it's a little bit awkward buying experience when you're about to go into the next level and don't have a bunch of gold. So, but I think it's worth it because we're Xelhua and we're gonna be able to find something, find some kind of level 5 potentially. Now we could have taken 3 big pigs here. It's a lot of stats. It's probably an improvement on our board, but I decided it wasn't worth it. So we don't actually buy anything on 5. What we could have is the important part about that. All right, because those Sporkos had 4 toughness, that fireball would have been devastating for them, but ended up not being so bad for them. So we're gonna lose another combat. We're down below 20, but we're at 5.1, so we should be able to stabilize. And we're gonna take. I could have put the Fancy Pants buff on the Feasting Dragon, but I think Feasting Dragon isn't gonna last all that much longer. You need to triple it pretty early if you like really wanna play it into the late game. Like we've gotten some decent value out of it that we're gonna get benefit from for the rest of the game. So there's definitely no reason to force it. And there's another Wombats with these extra stat buffs, and I do want to get another Fancy Pants buff on it. So I'm just gonna take this Lady of the Lake. I'm just trying to sell or decide what I'm gonna sell now. And I think it's gonna end up being the donkey, and we're gonna play the lady in the donkey spot, and then lock, and then we get the coin as well as the second Wombats with the Fancy Pants buff. All right, and our lightning bolt takes out the lightning dragon, so that's fitting. And our Wombat summoning a very large Tweedle in front of our support is fantastic. And then we just got to figure out what else we sell, because we got a bunch of pairs, so we have to decide what pair we want to get out of. Because we're not going to get out of the supports. And yeah, like I said, the Feasting Dragons I think have basically run their course. We're going into level 6 next turn, so I think we're gonna get out of the Feasting Dragon and take the second Wombat here. And then we can get out of the other Feasting Dragon and take a Nian, and then we get rewarded with another Nian immediately. And this is kind of an interesting selection. Like we can take Hand of Midas and just wait until level 6 to try and find a golden 6, but we have enough gold left that we can still buy stuff, so I'm not entirely excited about that. So we're gonna take Evil Eye. We got a couple supports, and these Wombats really love the doubled up support bonuses. Our Medusa gets, we get some good scams with our Medusa here, allowing us to kind of decimate this dwarf board this Horde Dragon has. We're gonna mix with the golden Nian, and we're gonna get a very, very large burn beard. I mean, I can finish this Lancelot immediately, so like I feel like I should be taking it. Also, I've got the Evil Eye, but we end up deciding to roll past it because it doesn't really play over anything, and we probably have to make our board weaker. And I'm gonna take this Good Boy before the Wombats. I mean, I like getting the Fancy Pants buff on Wombats, but I think Good Boy's a little bit better. And also that gives us a reason to keep the Crown of Atlas around. As I said, it was going to play in later, so we've got a Good Boy / Good Wombats set up. So those Good Boy stats going onto those golden Wombats is gonna make for some very, very large summons. And we're gonna sell our other monster book now and just cast a random spell, which is a Poison Apple. Not exactly the greatest spell on this board, but you know, it might be relevant. We get the Poison Apple on the Hippocampus, so literally the best possible hit for us. And this burn beard is just a wall for us right now, allowing the Medusa to get an attack even all the way down in slot 7. Really tempted to take the copycat here, because we put the copycat in front of the Wombats, then we're just getting multiple very, very large summons. And again, we have Crown of Atlas, so we get the good boy stats onto the copycat, and like there's a possibility we could end up being like copy boy. That's not something that I generally like to do, just because if your copycat gets taken out before it gets an attack off, then having good boy in the back is just really not effective. But there are worlds where it's good. Now I'm going to sell our Golden Nean. Even though it's a great kiss target, I didn't want to sell it in my pairs, although I really should have sold my creeper. I'm pretty sure people in chat were roasting me for that, for not selling the creeper when we have the staff, since we're never getting that triple anyways. But yeah, sell the Golden Nean. Make a pretty big punt with that, but all right, and this Geppetto has a cat's call, so they're gonna have a ton of stats up front. And we've got large supports thanks to the Princess P we picked up. And the Singing Sword is almost enough, but fortunately the once the attacks get to the back row, then they're not nearly as effective. And now I sell the creeper after people have told me or were yelling at me in chat about the creeper. We're gonna take a level 4 treasure. We'd still take a Horn of Olympus, but we don't find one. I think I would replace staff with Horn of Olympus there if we got one. Yeah, we're taking a couple Bearsteins just because like now we're actually on the lookout for a Croc bait, because if we can put the Wombats inside a Croc, or even the good boy inside a Croc, and then it summons, the Bearstein's gonna double the stats. And yeah, we're gonna get a lot of stats out of it. But if the Wombats even summon just a random animal, then the Bearstein's actually gonna increase that animal by even more than it already has. And here we have a Peter Pan's player who has not found a fork yet. They do have a Gloves of Thieving though, so they might be trying to build a board that way. Also, yeah, we summoned a golden chicken with our Wombats, so that's why it's got almost 300 stats. And yeah, we're gonna take down this Peter Pants. So, and there's another good boy, which we're gonna happily pick up. We're gonna sell the copycat, or no, we're selling we sell the Medusa, right? Yeah, because we're still playing these supports, but it gets really awkward with positioning with our Princess P. So we're actually gonna sell the princess, or we're gonna bench the Princess P for now. And that way we can just play one support. We can feel good about just playing one support and get our Robin Hood in the background, or in the back line. Again, I don't think any of these improve. I mean, maybe I should have taken the Hand of Midas over the Evil Eye, because we're only playing the single Lady of the Lake, so the Evil Eye is not actually doing much right now. All right, and we get a triple for our Bearstein. So fortunately, we're gonna be able to replace this Evil Eye anyways. We're gonna take Spear over the Evil Eye, and we're gonna lock the Croc bait that we were looking for. So, and also there's a copycat in the shop. So we're gonna this interaction that we're about to assemble is probably my favorite thing to do in the entire game. And I'll try and break it down as it happens, because it's very niche and like kind of overly complicated thing. Well, not necessarily overly complicated, but like the base interaction is pretty standard. And we're gonna take Singing Sword. We can replace the staff now. We're not looking for a ton more. We want to triple the good boy, of course, but yeah, obviously when the Croc summons the Wombats, the Bearstein is gonna double its stats. But because we're putting Copycat in front of it, and actually we're against this Peter Pants in the final two here, and we know that they didn't have forking rods, so I thought they were pretty weak last time we fought them, but I mean they are in the finals, so but we're gonna basically assemble our board to be a lot weaker than normal, just because we want to get this we want to get the Copycat, we want to get the the good boy stats on everything with the copycat, as well as summon from the Croc. But they're a lot bigger. They found the forking rod and they like scaled like crazy in the last couple turns. So their stats are actually going to be a lot. But yeah, so obviously the Wombats get doubled from the Bearstein when they get summoned. And but if the copycat were able to attack, it would summon Wombats, which would get its stats doubled. And then because it's summoning the exact card from the inside the Croc, that means any changes made to the Wombats that has been summoned are also made to the one inside the Croc. So like, say we summon it once with copycat and it gets doubled, then when the Croc pops open, the Wombats inside are already going to be doubled and are going to get doubled again by the Bearstein. So but yeah, we're going to reconfigure our board to be a lot more competitive here now that we know our opponent is very strong. And yeah, we get a lot of good boy stats, but we still don't get the copycat attack off, unfortunately. And we summon a Lordy. If it had been an animal, I think if it was an animal, we win this fight, but unfortunately we get the tie. Although a tie is better than losing, of course. Alright, now we're gonna take Phoenix Feather out of this treasure selection. The Singing Sword is very good, but my thought here was if I reduce the attack of the good boy by getting rid of the Singing Sword, then the Phoenix Feather is going to resummon the Wombats when they get summoned, because they're going to have by far the most attack. But I did fail to recognize that I have Spear, which also adds enough stats to make the good boy the biggest thing on the board. Yeah, I'm just debating whether it's worth it or not at the moment, which, I mean, it definitely is, I think. I mean, it's possible that keeping the Singing Sword was just better than the Spear, though. But yeah, then we take a second copycat, so that we have way more of a chance of actually getting to attack with our copycat. And yeah, so the spear stats go on the good boy. He gets resummoned with Phoenix Feather, and because of Bearstein, we get the stats doubled as well. So everything's going to get an absurd amount of stats, and you can see the Wombats got summoned and then went to 117, 117. And then the second Wombats got summoned and went to over 200, 200. And yeah, we just have an absurd amount of stats, and now we just completely overwhelm the opponent. But yeah, so this is like my favorite interaction in the game. I really just wanted to show it off. Hope you all enjoyed it. I hope it was at least coherent, my ramblings about it, and kind of getting sidetracked in the middle of explaining it. Yeah, so putting a Wombats inside a Croc and then summoning it multiple times with the copycat is just something that I really love to do, and I don't get to do it very often because it takes a very specific setup, and combat also has to go well for you. So, but yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. And as I said before, I'm doing a giveaway on my Twitch. The giveaway is running now. You just have to go over to my Twitch and type in, even whether I'm online or not, you can type in #gems into the chat, and you'll be entered into the giveaway for 700 gems. And yeah, while you're there, maybe leave a follow, and that makes it easier for me to get in contact with you if you win the draw. And as with my contests on YouTube, subscribers do get entered twice. And I know subscribing on Twitch does cost money, so I would say that if you want to subscribe, please do it because you want to support my content, not just to get an extra I guess contest entry. Just think of it as a small little bonus for supporting me. But yeah. Again, I hope that was coherent. And I will see you tomorrow.